going to be young and dating, and I suggest you just be young and dating till you're about 29, 30-ish. Then be honest in that. We're having fun, we're dating. I'm not ready to totally commit myself to you in a way now that will distract me from me. Now, if you get past that, you've enjoyed your 20s, you get into your 30s, now you need to start seriously thinking, while in your 20s and going to your 30s too, I need to own a piece of property. You live in prime real estate living in Atlanta. You live in a place where you still can afford to buy a home $150,000, $200,000, where they'll be outpriced in places like California you can't afford. So the quicker you can buy something that's yours, the more value you become in the economic atmosphere, the more valuable you are to the black community. Your community is a community because it's a community based on ownership, right? So now I'm taking care of myself, haven't had any children. If I'm finally serious about a woman right at about 30, maybe a little early, maybe a little less, now we can start planning our future together. I actually own something that accumulates value, that doesn't decrease value for me. So it's not a car, not a pair of sneakers, right? I'm not saying you don't get that stuff, but you make sure your priority is home ownership, right? Got home ownership. While you're in college, be thinking about what degrees are really going to be paid. And do I need to be an engineer? Do I need to be a doctor? Do I need to be a lawyer? What type of teacher do I need to be if I want to be a teacher? But you need to start focusing on things that people will be willing to pay you for. A lot of our boys are not going to college, and that's fine by me. Because you can make hundreds of thousands of dollars building things, be that construction, aviation mechanics, pouring concrete. You need to start thinking, what am I going to do to be a part of the economic atmosphere in my community to make it better? We need to start as black men targeting the merchant class. What does it take to own a gas station? What does it take to own a 5 and dime store? What does it take to own a dollar store? Because there are a group of people who do business in our community every single day that care nothing about your community. And nor should they. They don't live there. That's just their trap. They come, they open up their sitco, they do business with you, they close it. They don't care how it looks. They don't care how your women are talked to. They don't care if you're respected or not. Right. The only way to end that is to become the merchant class in your community. If I were young people, I would start encouraging the rappers I like to buy something in my community. All right, if you're from Zone 6, I don't need a playground. I don't want you to give me a community center. I want you to buy 3 apartments. I want you to do what Rollo did in the Bluff. I want you to buy a set of apartments. I want you to renovate them, and I want you to give me affordable rent. Right? And I'm gonna still like your gold chains. I'm gonna still like your cars, but I need you to put something back in the hood for me. And if you say it, they'll start doing it. Shouts out to 21 Savage who's doing it. Shouts out to Black Youngster who is doing it. Shouts out to Rocco who's building a subdivision. Shouts out to me and T.I. who bought a famous restaurant called Bankhead Seafood and it's coming back. You understand what I'm saying? So start requiring that of the people you look up to and they'll deliver to you. They're not gonna listen to me and your parents because we're old enough to hate. They're gonna listen to you because you are inspiration, right? So young men, after you've decided, am I gonna do a specialized degree or some type of trade skill that people pay me for, or am I gonna be an entrepreneur? Now you're in the business of having money, you're in the business of home ownership. Now it's time to make or marry the person that you are going to build more with, right? I married a girl who grew up in the projects, who dropped out of school, got her GED, went on to work at corporations, and learned how to be a businesswoman. And now, because of her, I own over $1 million in real estate. You understand what I'm saying? That only happens because I married that type of woman. Now, I made mistakes and I made children with women before that, and that was not fair to them. It was not fair to my children, and it was not fair to myself. But because I married a woman who is a thinker and a grower, my children are great. My children and our mothers are at a better relationship than we ever will have. We're always going to be that way because financially, I'm taking care of my responsibilities. From a time perspective, I'm taking care of my responsibilities. And I, as a member of this society, am depending on you guys to be my leaders. Yeah. I don't want to be leading in 10 years. I want to be following your lead. I want you to be saying, these are the next investments we should make. So start to look around and say, how can I make money? If I'm going to buy one pair of Air Jordans for $220 and I know the value of those are going to go up, I probably should figure out buying 2 pair of Air Jordans and selling the other pair. You understand what I'm saying? If I'm determining what's cool, and a Reebok executive told me 25 years ago, if we can get a black man between 18 years old and 35 years old to wear our product, we can sell it worldwide. You all determine what's cool. If you all determine what's cool, figure out something to support owned by someone who looks like you, or figure out how to produce something that people like you want to buy. And since I rap, there's t-shirts, there's tennis shoes, there's caps, there's brands. Figure out building the next thing and make it cool to wear the Hampton tee. Because if I see another ugly Balenciaga sweater, I'm gonna slap somebody. We can't even spell Balenciaga, and there's nothing wrong with that, but they're not gonna hire people in their factories from here. Right. You understand what I'm saying? So that's simple. Start to look at the world from the perspective of opportunity. Stop listening to victimization. People are going to tell you, oh, you can't do anything because of Donald Trump. Don't listen to those people. Your great-grandparents survived and thrived after slavery. Your great-grandparents' endured slavery and produced. Your great-great-grandparents' grandparents were the mechanics, were the merchants, they were the people who built on plantations. They were the thinking, skilled class. And without them, whites in the South would have made nothing and been stuck in poverty for the rest of your life. So you are bred to win. Genetically, you are the best Africa had to offer. And because of that, you have superiority you haven't even tapped yet. All you have to do is stop listening to victimization and start understanding how empowered you are. Foot Locker made more money off white t-shirts 10 years ago than any other product, simply because you guys like the song called White Tee. Nike does not advertise white Air Force Ones because they sell whether they advertise them or not. That's totally based on what you and your fathers buy. So I want you never to feel powerless again. I want you never to feel victimized, and I need you to assert power. You guys are going to be voting soon. I would not vote for any politician that does not allow black people to have a dominant place in marijuana. I would start demanding local marijuana laws. So if dispensaries ever come to Georgia, if we make up 35% of the state, 35% of dispensaries must be owned and operated by black people, or we do not vote for this. I need you to start seeing in regards to black farming. If black farmers are not given 35% of the government contracts to grow marijuana in this, we won't vote for you. And I need you to start sitting down with politicians this young and having demands, not questions. We know why police kill y'all, because they can. That's simple. The only thing that stops that is you implementing new prosecutors, you implementing new judges. And the only way you really can get a strong hold on that is to donate money to politicians because they're prostitutes. And prostitutes answer to whoever has the biggest wallet. So the richer you get, the better you are for our community. Don't you ever let anybody shame you into talking about you don't want to be rich. Don't you ever talk about shame you into saying, well, they wasting their money. You didn't make them millions of dollars. I don't care if Allen Iverson buys 15 gold chains. I just want them to buy an apartment complex in Virginia. I don't care if Future has 33 chains and 33 baby mamas. I care that Future owns an apartment complex in Edgewood. Because I never cared that Ted Turner's children weren't all by the same woman.
How about it?
Never cared if he divorced. I'm not sure on Ted, but I know a lot of the white people that don't. I never just said that because he was my hero.
Good answer.
We know Donald Trump's children are not by the same woman. But he can affect politics and you can't because you don't have any money. We don't have any money because we haven't been allowed to participate in government things like land lotteries, giveaways, and we should make sure as marijuana comes around that that's something you're on the front of. I will have failed if I don't leave any millionaires out of this talk.
Right.
We need to make sure that our parents, while we're at home, if you're gonna wash your clothes with Tide, you should probably switch to True products.
That's right.
Black-owned detergent, you can order it right off Amazon, comes right to your door. It's revolutionary act and it doesn't take a lot of money to do. You need to start seeking out, what can I buy? When I go to Walmart, where's the alkaline water that the black woman owns? If I'm gonna go to Chick-fil-A, I gotta go to Camp Creek, I gotta go to Greenbrier, or I'm not going. Cascade, Camp Creek, Greenbrier is the only place in the world I eat Chick-fil-A, owned by black people. So what is putting into the economic system as I'm going? You know, if I'm gonna have breakfast in the morning, I'll just go down to the Beautiful. You understand what I'm saying? Start making economic choices, because you hear old people complaining. Oh man, white folks are just taking over our neighborhoods. These same people bought houses in Tucker. They could have stayed in the neighborhood. They chose to leave. You can't get mad at white people taking advantage of opportunity. You need to start seeing opportunities around you. All of you young men have the ability in a year to make $50,000, $40,000 off an idea. You can think of an idea. And with that, you can buy a home in Atlanta. You can rent that home out, you can Airbnb it. You can do a ton of things. I just want your imagination to not be limited. I'm tired of old black people telling y'all what you can't do. You can do anything. You can do everything. And you need to be about the business of doing it. Your parents don't know what they're talking about because they haven't lived in this time. They have great advice and wisdom for you, but they are not alive in this time in the way you are. I need you guys thinking of ideas we haven't even thought of yet. Right. I need you guys coming up with brilliant plans we haven't even come up with. If true detergent is a thing, and your homie rap man, put that in a bar. I need you to just tell your mom, hey, buy this detergent. I need you to ask your mom, hey, can we find a black guy to do the painting in our house? I know it's a little harder, but you need to get about it, because time you get about it, everything changes. I don't want you not to eat at Wendy's. I just want you to eat at one you own. And it's possible. You know what I'm saying? My friend just opened the J.R. Crickets. He used to be the band leader at Morris Brown, went on to get his doctorate in psychology, and bought a J.R. Crickets. I'm like, man, you a doctor. Why are you buying J.R. Crickets? He said, because niggas eat chicken. You know? So I'm just here to say anything is possible, man. I honestly wanted to be a millionaire because I didn't want to have to wear a suit. You know, when you got a job, they require you to dress a certain way. And I like wearing jogging pants. So I decided that, you know, my friend was joking with me the other day. He was laughing. He's like, man, you really have lost about 20 jobs in your lifetime. I said, yeah. I said, I just got tired of doing it, the jobs. I just told him, you don't want me. I don't take you seriously. I'm not going to. But I have worked harder being an entrepreneur than any job. I worked 100 hours a week with no sleep. You know, because I had a passion, I had a dream. So I'm standing before you today, a guy who sings and dances for a living. That's my first job. I own a series of barbershops, one of which is opening in Phillips Arena, right? And thanks to marrying the right woman who had a mind for real estate, I own over $1 million in real estate in the state of Georgia. You know, and that's all I want for y'all. Now, how you do it, I don't know, but I support what you think, whatever you're thinking. If you come up with a product, I'll give it a buy. You know, if you come up with something else, I'll give it a try. But do not simply go to college and not come out with a skill. Don't, if you're gonna do that, just go to trade school. Don't think that a man who works with his hands is less than you, because he reached Charleston too. You get what I'm saying? The goal is to make some money. You know, if you're on the south side, tell your parents to ride an extra mile and go to the Sitco on Tara Boulevard, it's black owned. If you're gonna have lunch with your girlfriend, go to Pastor's. You understand what I'm saying? Just start making deliberate choices. All of you guys who made $100, go open a bank account at Citizens Trust. Do something to keep your dollar in your community. I'm gonna say this on the week. So we're gonna talk about the strength of communities. Asian community votes probably less than anyone else. Keeps their dollar in their community $28, 28 days, and they donate to both sides of the political spectrum. White Jewish communities keep their dollars in their community 22 and 23 days. Spanish community, 11 days. Black community keeps our dollar in our community 6 hours. You will never be a strong community if your dollar doesn't turn. Whoa. If the dollar that I spend doesn't go to you, go to him, go to him, go to him, go to him, before it leaves our community, we're failing ourselves. And that's something you guys can't control. You guys can say, if I'm gonna buy some new sneakers, then I'm gonna at least try to buy them from a black store or black-owned store. We have to make it as cool to buy from black people as it is to say if I'm gay. My youngest sister is gay. Target commercials use the rainbow. They have down there on 10th in Midtown, they have a flag painted on the street to let you know, if you want to support us, here we are. This is the Brown Town, the West Side.
Yeah, right.
You should be the same way about your community. Doesn't mean don't go to other communities. It means you make your community a priority. In the same way you make yourself a priority. Make your community a priority. And demand more once you do that. You know, I don't talk down on other rappers and athletes. I talk up. I'm never gonna say, well, I'm a rapper that does this, that rapper does that. No, I'm simply gonna say, let's challenge each other to do better. So when Rocco puts up, he owns a subdivision, then I definitely am looking to start a subdivision. When Rocco puts up, I don't need friends, I need business partners, and we can be friends, I'm definitely reaching out. You hear what I'm saying? But what I'm not doing is talking down on nobody. I don't care who you got to sing and dance for, how many slam dunk shoot, that doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is what you do the day after you get your check. Do you take care of yourself? Do you take care of your family? Do you make the proper investments to make sure your grandchildren will be okay? And do you invest in your community? That's it. That's all you owe me. That's all you owe the revolution. To honor yourself, to educate yourself, to marry and love a black woman, to raise black children, and to build black business and commerce. That's it. And like Marcus Garvey said, be black, buy black, think black, let the rest of it take care of itself. Not my concern. Everybody's business is not my business. I don't care to tell you what I think about everything. You know, when they ask me, well, what do you think about, well, you don't think it's racist to say bank black? Do you bank black? Well, no, I don't. Well, we can't have a conversation. While I was doing the Bank Black Challenge, a lot of reporters that want to speak to me. If they come prove to me they had a bank account, then we not talking. You got to be invested, David. Or you can't be a part of this discussion. You know what I mean? When women are discussing the B word, I don't jump in and give my thoughts. So become that quietly militant. Take care of you. Look in the mirror and know that you're a king. And you don't make children everywhere. When you take your education seriously, know that I'm doing this to better myself, to better my direct family, to better my community. So take it far more seriously. Don't look down on those that aren't you. Don't look down on men that work with their hands and women that work with their hands. Lift our whole community up. Stop shopping with your enemy and stop asking kindness from your oppressors.
That's right.
Whoever you identify them as. You understand what I'm saying? You must move covertly and sobertly as if you were in war.
You are at war.
And you have to act like that. And it's winnable. It's winnable. Everybody who got their rights with us 54 years ago has progressed. We have not. And we've been everybody's friend. So maybe it's just time to end certain friendships. You know? Like I've been hanging with you all summer, man. You got some money. You had a job. I didn't get a job. We was just hanging. Now it's time to get on our job. We don't have to stay in the position we're in. Black people, our home ownership has not moved in 54 years. Our unemployment rate is slightly up. The only thing that's increased in the African American community is the ability to go to prison is triple. All right? Now that's not to say it's sad and it's bleak. That's to say you can change that. Much of the laws that put us in prison were unfair drug laws. So you need to be actively voting and part of the political process. Much of the reason we are falling into stuff like drug dealing, robbing, killing, because we don't have jobs. We don't have jobs because we are not creating industry. Like Dr. John Henry Clark said, we don't even make a clothespin and a diaper to go on our child. There's a country called Haiti not far from here waiting on someone to drop a factory there. To do anything, clothes, shoes. So think big. Don't think small. Think big. Think Puff Daddy big. Think Jay-Z big. And don't try to be a rapper while you're doing it. Think about the stuff that really made him rich. Clothes, food, you know? Think about service. Let me tell y'all this. You keep phones on, you turn them off. After the phone's off, I'll give you this part.